I love also that it's on NBC's Seeso platform. Obviously, we're seeing this incredible migration right now towards digital platforms. Talk to me about being able to put it on digital and going away from traditional TV.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we pitched it to a lot of different places and we got offers from a few different places. And we decided to go with Seeso, number one, because the people there are so great. They really love comedy. I mean, it's a comedy platform. But it was a decision that we had to wrestle with of like, do we want to be the first program on something that could be really great? Like, do you want to be Transparent on Amazon, or do you want to be Mad Men on AMC? You know, like, do you want to be the first thing on a place that no one knows anything about? And they were just offering such a great deal of they wanted to make the show. They wanted to make several seasons of the show. They didn't want to pilot it. They didn't want to, you know, the other places were like, well, we'll see a script or we'll make a 10-minute pilot or something. Seeso just wanted to make it outright. And so it's just been a great opportunity. I mean, I think people will really appreciate what Seeso has on the air, especially comedy fans. It's made just for comedy fans. And they're doing great stuff. So hopefully it'll catch on.
All right, so you end up casting this thing. It feels like I'm watching this, and I'm not a comedy expert, but there's got to be a ton of improv involved with this.
Yes.
And it's so over the top, which I love. It reminds me there of Burning Love, what E used to do. So how do you end up casting this, and how over the top are you going to go with this?
Well, it gets even more and more over the top. I mean,
wait.
the first episode is like slightly exaggerated, and it goes so far eventually. I mean, we're doing such interesting stuff, I think, down the line. And not even stuff based on real estate anymore. I mean, we're just using it as a group of people who are forced to be around each other. And they get so sad and depressing. But, you know, the casting was interesting because obviously we have a lot of great relationships, you know, from Comedy Bang Bang and being, you know, Mr. Show and being a comedian over the years, that we were able to call in a lot of favors and get people like Adam Scott and, you know, Weird Al Yankovic and Gillian Jacobs and all these great people to come in and play insane people who are buying or selling houses. But then we worked with these incredible improvisers as the actual brokers, and we had a lot of auditions. And my one criteria was I just wanted to find the best improvisers that we could, because so much of the show is on their backs. And we were really lucky that Dan Adu, who plays Amir, he was one of the first auditions that we had.
Hilarious.
He is so good. And
hilarious.
he gave one of the best auditions I've ever seen. And to me, I said, that's the standard that the whole cast has to be on. Because you don't want to have like one person being amazing and then everyone else not as good, you know? So when we saw Dan do that audition, we said, we need 7 of these people. And we found it. It's amazing. I mean, the cast does so much of it, and it is an improvised show where basically the writers, they'll write for every scene, they'll write a paragraph and say it could probably go like this, and they'll give some sample dialogue. But the improvisers take it in such interesting directions, and it wouldn't be the show without those guys. They're really amazing.